Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please?
Covering both sides of the big issues with the analysis you trust on News Radio 1040 WHO.
This interesting story out of just outside of St. Louis, where a restaurant has opened up and says in order to provide its customers with a grown-up experience, they do not serve or allow in customers under the age of 30. Is that a restaurant you would patronize? Well, here's my customer service expert. Richard Weylman is in the Keynote Speaker Hall of Fame and also the Customer Experience Hall of Fame, and he's on the Davison Family Dentistry Newsmaker line. Richard, welcome back to WHO Radio. Good morning.
Good morning, Jeff. Good. Thanks for having me today.
So what do you think, Richard? You've been in customer service before. Is this overall a popular, a pro-customer thing to do, to say, hey, we only want grown-ups. We're only serving people over the age of 30?
Yeah, well, it's an interesting point. We only want grown-ups. So, but to the question at hand, if you really think about it, what these individuals in this restaurant have done, they've identified their key constituent. So they're targeting a specific consumer, and they're doing it in a way that ensures that those that come are going to have the experience they want to have. And so people say, is it the right thing? Is it the wrong thing? Sure, let's just say for today, Gen Z, they're going to be, oh, my God, they're, discriminating against us, et cetera. But that's where you're going to see the pushback, or you may see it from other groups that, everybody's offended easily. We don't need to get into it, but you know my drill on that. I always think about this. Here's the way I look at it. Atticus Finch, which you might remember was from Kill a Mockingbird, he had a great quote in that movie. It said, never let an insult be called what somebody thinks is a bad name. So it's never an insult to be called what somebody thinks is a bad name. It just shows you how poor that person is. It doesn't hurt you. So when they get all this criticism from people that really have no skin in the game whatsoever, they don't own that business, they're not responsible for the customer, they're not responsible for the bills, then the reality is it's really meaningless. The real question is, are people going there? I checked. They're packed. People are going on happy hour because they can, quote, be happy, and they have no tension, no drama. As many people said, I get no drama when I go there. So if you want to go to a place with no drama, maybe this guy and this gal, I believe he's married, have really targeted their audience, and they're bringing in what they feel to be the right experience for them.
Well, and I think it's such an important point, Richard, that if it's successful financially for them, I guess they can take the slings and arrows. They said that the reason they're doing this is they're keeping out a rowdy, younger crowd. It just isn't the place they want to be. And I would assume if you're a customer and you were looking for a place like this, you'd go there. It is really sort of a net gain thing, isn't it, Richard? Like if you've attracted a customer base that really does want to avoid a younger, rowdy crowd, who am I to say? Am I right?
That's exactly right. I mean, here's the reality. If you think about a nightclub that's open, who goes there? If it's, the music that really is attractive to Gen Z or another generation, those are the people that are going to go there. So, and nobody complains, oh, my God, that nightclub's got all 22-year-old, 23-year-old, 24-year-olds. So the reality is they know their target constituent, and they got a net gain here because people want – many times when you go out for happy hour, particularly after work or whatever the case might be, you want to be able to go and relax, have no drama, and really engage. Now, is the younger generation rowdy? That's kind of a very broad brush to use. Yeah. Let's be real here. But at the same time, how many people are complaining about the 55 and older community? Well, they're not letting us in. We're 35. We want to live amongst the 55-year-olds. You're not hearing that. So it's the exact point. It's just that these individuals have targeted their constituents. There's a place in Atlanta that's somewhat like it's been there for forever. It's called Johnny's Hideaway. Probably been there 40 years at least. And all they play is 60s and 70s music or even 50s, and the place is packed at night. But there's no real Gen Zs there or anybody else. It's typically people, 50, 60, and 70 and 80 if they can still move. So that's who you're seeing there, and nobody complains about that because they're like, why would I want to go in that place? I hate the music. Well, it's sort of the same point here.
Yeah,
in this scale I've identified.
Well, and that's it. And I think, Richard, your bigger point, by the way, Richard Weylman on News Radio 1040 WHO, is if you're a business and you've targeted a certain customer, you can be successful. And that's what this restaurant has done. I guess my bigger point is you don't always have to be everything to everybody. Am I right?
That's exactly right. And in fact, mass marketing is dead. We all know that. I mean, Amazon has proven that. Chewy's proven that. You target your specific audience and you build a great experience for that audience, and they emotionally engage with you, and they become delighted advocates. So you need to target your specific audience. That's what these individuals have done. They realize that mass marketing is dead. What they need to do is focus on the people with whom they want to do business, and then give those people a great experience. And just the fact, I mean, even the Washington Post has been writing articles about this. I mean, this has kind of caught everybody's attention. Of course, they've been on Facebook, so somebody picked it up, some reporter. But you and I both know what happens, Jeff. Once it starts to, let's say, go viral, you're going to see more and more of this type of targeting in terms, and they're not targeting people that in a negative way. They're targeting people in a way to say, look, if this is the experience you want, come here. This is what we'll do. I'll give you a quick example. Miami Beach, they just opened a restaurant called Catch. They have on New York, L.A., and Las Vegas. The place is packed. I was there the fourth night it was open. The place is packed. You can't get a reservation for 6 weeks. I asked the general manager, what's the secret? He said, well, we take care of the staff, and we know who our customer is, and we teach them about our customer. And then they take care of our customers. And our customers feel well taken care of. And as a result of that, the customer take care of our bills. And there's your answer. Take care of the staff, tell them who your constituent, your customer is, help them to really give them a great experience. And when you do that, the customers keep coming back and pay the bills. That's exactly, I suggest, that's what's happening with this restaurant outside of St. Louis. And I think we're going to see duplication of this now in other cities. And they've even changed the menu. I mean, it's tropical cocktails are on the menu. I mean, for real? I mean, I don't know about you, but I mean, a nice scotch is great, but I'm not sure I want to go into a tropical cocktail after a day at the office, but they know their constituents, and it's obviously working for them.
Exactly. Richard Weylman's book is called 100 Proven Ways to Acquire and Keep Clients for Life. Richard, thanks for the insight today.